and welcome to the Newsx Sunday Guardian Roundtable. This week we're going to be focusing on Tamil Nadu. That's the state that's going to be going for elections this year. And right now is the time for alliance formation. As currently the state is being ruled by the DMK and the Congress, but there seems to be some noises of maybe whether the Congress is trying to break off the alliance. Are they moving towards the actor politician Vijay with his TVK party? What is the Congress planning over there, and why are they making all these noises? Is it just posturing, or do they actually think there's an anti-incumbency against the DMK? On the other side, also, the picture is not very clear. Even though the NDA did have an alliance, the AIDMK and the BJP with the EPS faction are in alliance, but so far the BJP hasn't yet announced EPS as the CM face, and that is causing a bit of a heartburn. So, what is happening in both camps? We see both Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah focusing on Tamil Nadu. We also see Rahul Gandhi getting into state politics. So, in fact, this state is going to be a very important one in the states going to polls next year and this year. And joining me on the show today, I have with me Shekhar Iyer. He is a senior journalist and a political analyst and a columnist. And Rasheed Kidwai, senior journalist, author, and political columnist. I have Mr. Vijayasanakar. He is a former editor of the Frontline. And Dr. Sumanth Raman, who is a political columnist and commentator. Rashid, the national picture first, then we'll go to the state. What is happening with the Congress, especially? We see a faction of the Congress, not even the entire state Congress, but leaders from Delhi seem to be saying, like, DMK is not good, let's break off the alliance and, go towards TVK Vijay. What is happening over there?
Thank you, Priya. I think, Priya, first and foremost, that Delhi national parties, the Congress and BJP included, have very little or a very sketchy, or I would say sometimes exaggerated understanding of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu politics has not been understood properly by the Congress. The Gandhis have a great fascination for Tamil Nadu. They think it's their name, their family name carries a lot of weight and a lot of traction there. Some of it is partly true also. Tamil Nadu is also a state where the Congress, workers, including youth Congress workers, exceed the number of votes pulled by the Congress party. And so it is a very, bizarre situation. Now, under Rahul Gandhi Congress, though Mallikarjun Kharge is the president, there is a great fascination for, to look outside the sort of, established norms. In this case, the Congress-DMK alliance has been there since UPA times. And of course, one can argue it's since 1967. The Congress at several occasions have been part of DMK. But many key people around Rahul Gandhi, particularly one Mr. Praveen Chakrabarti, is playing havoc with this system. And he's been very consistently advising Rahul Gandhi to break free from DMK and have its own understanding. I'll just conclude by saying that I think it was 1996 that the Congress and there was a regional party called Tamil Manila Congress that had Chidambaram and G.K. Muplar, etc. They had teamed up and they had fought that election. And that time, I remember I asked Shankar Iyer, how much, the Congress and the Tamil Manila Congress would get. He said, how much is 0 plus 0? So this is a kind of fascination. The Congress always go for 0 plus 0.
Well, Shekhar, is the Congress overreaching, in terms of, its own importance? Because it has recently told the DMK we made a difference in as many as 16 seats, if I'm not wrong. The Congress, what is the Congress really planning to do? First, let's talk about the Congress and then the BJP.
No, Rahul Gandhi, these are not just noises being made by Tamil Nadu Congress leaders. Actually, what has happened is, for the last 1 year, Rahul Gandhi has been instructing state Congress leaders to work hard to regain their base so that they get a better bargain. And he has been mooting the idea that wherever we are supporting a party in power or a party to reach power, that is very important. We also share the responsibilities. So he has been a great advocate for coalition, that we must hold ourselves responsible and also see that we are part of a coalition where we are also seen as responsible, not somebody riding piggyback. So that instruction over the year has seen right now in Tamil Nadu, the Tamil Nadu Congress leaders, particularly a larger section, has been saying, look, let the DMK, give us a better say in terms of number of seats, and also make a public assurance that the next government will be a coalition government in which Congress will play a part, because it's Rahul Gandhi's, concept that it is because of his role as a leader of the opposition and the kind of opposition role that the Congress is playing today that the regional parties who are opposed to BJP are gaining a lot of traction. Therefore, Congress is not somebody just to be treated with a handful of seats, rather to be taken seriously. So, this instruction being there, and I will start with the development which happened on January 13. We heard about Praveen Chakravarti, we heard about Manikam Thakur, openly talking. But on January 13th, Rahul Gandhi was in Gudalur, in Nilgiris district, and where he had a meeting with senior DMK leader A. Raja, where
Yes.
he explained to A. Raja, look, what is the problem in agreeing to a coalition? Since you already have, you have seen how Chandrababu is managing, you have seen how Nitish Kumar you saw in Maharashtra, so this has become a reality. So A. Raja assured Rahul Gandhi, look, we'll have to discuss this with our leader Stalin. So this matter has a serious backing from Rahul Gandhi. Whether it is a right strategy or wrong strategy is a different thing. But Rahul Gandhi feels it is time Congress asserts its role wherever it is playing a big role. Wherever, because they are recalling 2006, when DMK did not have a majority in Tamil Nadu Assembly. It was Congress which had backed between 2006 and 2011. So we have backed you on those occasions. Is it not time we are recognized? Because the rank and file of the Congress feel, excepting for a handful of leaders like the TNCC chief Selva Perundugai, who is close to Stalin, and his business contracts have grown over the years because of that proximity. Rest of them feel that why not? Of course, an important leader who feels we must not disturb the apple cart is P. Chidambaram. P. Chidambaram says let's, and also he is backed by Mallikarjun in the Kharge also. Okay, let us not disturb this because this is any disturbance. But on the other hand, leaders like K.C. Venugopal, who have a better understanding of what Rahul Gandhi wants, and K.C. Venugopal, for his own reasons in Kerala, feels a tie-up where, because they are admitting that this time DMK does face serious anti-incumbency issues in terms of perception of the ministers, in terms of perception of the MLAs. So therefore, we have to get a better deal if you are going to back DMK this time. And K.C. Venugopal feels an alliance with Vijay. I mean, if at all a situation comes to that, could also give us some kind of a benefit in Puducherry as well as in Kerala. So, but at the moment, because there is one more point we have to bear in mind, that Stalin enjoys excellent chemistry with Rahul Gandhi as well as with Sonia Gandhi. So it does not mean immediately things are going to break. But definitely there is a hardening of position so as to get a better deal. Not just because what was initially conveyed to Congress was they had won in 18 seats last time when they contested 25 seats. So you can contest in all those seats. But here the demand is at least, take it, give it a decent deal. I mean, give us at least 30. And announce that, it will be a shared coalition. But Dravidian parties, whether it is AIDMK or DMK, they feel that they cannot publicly, come and announce there will be a coalition. That is why EPS, I mean, the ADMK leader, Edappadi Padislami, have been resisting, echoing what Amit Shah has been saying, that it will be an NDA government under Edappadi Padislami. And Edappadi has been saying it will be ADMK government under his leadership. Because in Tamil Nadu, it is very difficult to sell if you say that you are going in for a coalition government depending on support of national parties or smaller parties.
Thank you, Shekhar. In fact, that's a very good insight into the mindset over there. But Mr. Vijayasanakar, I saw you shaking your head when Shekhar said DMK is, there is an anti-incumbency. You don't feel that? You think DMK is going to come back again?
Yeah, I don't see any anti-incumbency. There is no major wave or any kind of anti-incumbency because first we'll finish with Congress. So Manishankar's statement you said about 0 plus 0. Now it's sub-0 plus sub-0. See, at least in 96, Mupanar was a leader of stature and he had some social base in Tanjavur Delta areas. Now his son has formed an alliance with, after his demise, he has gone to the NDA. So none of the leaders who speak about this alliance, coalition politics, coalition government, they don't have any social base. Manikam Tagore, won by just 4,000 votes. DMK leader Vijaykant's sons would have defeated him. Nearly 4,000 votes in a parliamentary constituency is nothing. So Manikat Tagore will not carry any weight in Tamil Nadu. And Praveen Chakravarti is for many, even for congressmen, that's a new name. Even outside, even Mylapore, he is not known. He is just a social media warrior. Otherwise, he is not known anywhere in Tamil Nadu. So these demands are it's a storm in a teacup. That's what I think. See, when you talk about coalition, I understand. Nitish Kumar has a strong base of his own across the state. And Chandrababu Naidu is another strong leader. He was the chief minister. But none of these leaders, there is a joke about Congress, it's a long time joke. There are 10 leaders in Congress and 11 factions. They cannot get if you go to the TNC state committee office of the TNCC office, it looks like a booth bungalow. Nobody is there, no life at all. Even smaller parties have some presence in Tamil Nadu. So now Congress, for all, it should bring something to the table. How much? Maybe they won some 16 seats or 17 seats last time. They don't really, on their word, they go, and they are betting on the wrong horse. Wrong horse is untested horse. The horse is yet to run a race, but they're betting on it. Vijay is untested factor. We don't even know. And Vijay's party is, again, there is no organization structure. Already there are fights within the party about even for money. He talks about fighting corruption. But his tickets, his party, cinema tickets are sold for 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees. One student recently asked Vijay Party, that is the TVK leader, you were talking about rooting out corruption, but you were selling tickets at 130. And inside there are allegations against the lieutenant of this guy, the Vijay's lieutenant, Busi Anand. He is a player from Pondicherry. He won a small, it's like a municipal election in Pondicherry. Some 20,000 votes, he won election for the third time. He comes to Tamil Nadu. And now already there are allegations for district level leaders that he is taking money, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs. And there are demonstrations already. So Congress betting on the wrong horse. Congress should do something, some introspection. They cannot see Rahul Gandhi, if he is going to, I think it's not going to work like that. Rahul will be more judicious in designing on this. But if he is going to do it, it will be suicidal. That will be the end of -3 for Congress, not 0, not even 0. They should consolidate the alliance. The real strategy would be to consolidate this alliance, win the next election also, because this alliance has worked very well. Last 3 elections back to back, they are winning, and it's intact. And this
So it could be a
anti-incumbent,
negotiating
it's not
strategy,
true.
maybe for
These salient schemes on the last 4. Yeah, I think so. And maybe some seats they will get. And moreover, this anti-incumbency is a myth. I don't think so, because there is no. I'll tell you the reasons. See, there are some
Okay, I'll
schemes,
come back to
slew of
that. Let me
schemes
get
announced
Sumanth
by
also in.
Stalin.
We'll come back to the DMK in I just want to get Suman in also. Dr. Suman, on this Congress posturing, do you think Congress is giving itself too much importance, or there is a real, strategy behind this?
There are two points here, Priya. The first one is the Congress genuinely believes that they should be entitled to a share of the power. I think that is something which Mr. Rahul Gandhi believes in. I was talking to a senior Congress state leader. He was telling me, sir, in Andhra, the BJP has 8 MLAs. They have a share in the power with one minister. We have 18 MLAs and we have nothing. Second, he also made a point saying that this in Andhra, the central government depends on Chandrababu Naidu's support. Yet he is willing to go that extra mile and give them a minister's post and a share in power in Andhra. And here, we have been loyal allies for 20 years, and we are not. I mean, what they are asking is not unfair. Will they break the alliance? No, they will not. Basically, it's a bargaining pressure tactic, because until then they had no option, because the AIDMK is with the BJP, so they can't go there. Who else is there? Earlier, no Vijay, no option. So you have to stick with the DMK. Now we can say, oh, we'll go to Vijay. They won't go to Vijay. Very, very unlikely. They will stick with the DMK. But at least, Priya, you must understand, after the Bihar result, there were people saying that the DMK won't even give the Congress the 25 seats they gave last time. They were saying maybe they should reduce it. So this pressure will ensure that they get at least that same 25 or maybe another 3-4 seats additionally. And some kind of assurance that if the alliance comes to power, that they should be entitled to a share of the office. But The
Okay.
DMK and the AIDMK have got away without sharing power for very long time. Earlier, because they had gigantic leaders in Mr. Karnanidhi and Ms. Jayalalitha, who were giants. Now that is not the case. Mr. Stalin is not, politically of the stature of Mr. Karnanidhi. So that's one. The second part is there anti-incumbency? Yes and no. Is there a anti-incumbency wave in the state? No. Is there anti-incumbency big time against Mr. Stalin personally? No. Is there anti-incumbency against the DMK, against local MLAs? Very much so. And that is why there is talk that the DMK may change as many as 30 to 40% of their sitting MLAs. Because if they're going to renominate the sitting MLAs across the board, they're going to be in big, big trouble. There are many areas, we've seen social media videos over the last few days where people are angry and questioning the local MLAs. Now, that does not mean
Okay.
that they are against Mr. Stalin. Mr. Stalin has still managed to retain, and the slew of goodies that they've given, 3,000 rupees for Pongal, 1,000 rupees for women, free bus travel, and all kinds of goodies, and the laptop, reviving the laptop scheme after 4.5 years. So all this has added to them. But
Okay.
the moment Vijay signs up with if he does sign up with the AIADMK, and this is the angle that we've been discussing, Priya, just 10 seconds more. Vijay can have an alliance with the AIADMK and not be part of the NDA. He can contest against the BJP, which will contest with probably 30 seats, 25, 30 seats in Tamil Nadu. That leaves the 200 plus seats as part of the AIADMK alliance. Mr. Dinakaran is joining up this week. PMK is already on board. So that would make it an absolute sweep. Now, what Vijay does with those 30 or 40 seats that he gets later as part of an AIADMK alliance, that is a separate issue. If he goes alone as it stands now, then it would be a very tight contest with the edge to the DMK combined. If Vijay signs up with the AIADMK, as far as I'm concerned, I think the election is over.
Okay. I'm going to take a break and come back and keep the conversation going. So stay with us. Hello and welcome back to the Newsx Sunday Guardian Roundtable. This week we're taking a look at the Tamil Nadu elections. Rasheed, do you want to say anything more about the Congress movement and also, the way the NDA, BJP is planning? In the end, I don't think they're hoping to win the state, but they also want to get their foot in, so they have something to say, we are at least making inroads in the south. Is the BJP's plan limited to this much?
Yeah. So the Congress is very fast. Priya, I think the Congress has a knack of making simple things look very complex. Look what they did in Bihar. See, what was the outcome was different, but when election started, the Congress leadership very consciously maintained distance with Lalu's son Tejaswi, who was, in the thick of things. And Rahul Gandhi did his whole vote chori yatra, and we know the result. So the chemistry between the Lalu family and Gandhi family was missing. Similar attempts have been made in Tamil Nadu also, when there is a very good chemistry between the Gandhi family and Stalin. I don't believe Dr. Raman's perception that Stalin is not a giant. If Stalin is not a giant, then who's Rahul Gandhi? You look at Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi. Then Mr. Rahul Gandhi is a pale shadow of it. So here in this election, they must go as per their strength, and to say that they want to join the government is bizarre. Because Priya, you see that in Tamil politics, there is the two language formula. Would the Congress subscribe to two language formula at the national level? I'll give you an example. When the UPA was there, when the might of Congress was at full display, the Congress used to have the most seasoned general secretary in charge for Tamil Nadu. So Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad was in charge for Tamil Nadu. Elections concluded. DMK Congress alliance won. Mr. Batnala was the governor. When Ghulam Nabi went with the letter of support, Barnala smiled and he said 5 minutes ago, Karnanidhi had come and he's given a list of ministers and you're not in. And Mr. Azad laughed and laughed. And this is the stark reality of Tamil Nadu politics. Why push for it? So Rahul Gandhi, because under the influence of Jai Jagat, he is always looking at outsider. He wants to break the kind of established norm system, which is actually brought dividends for the Congress. He wants to break, and suddenly he thinks, no, the Congress should stand on its own feet. What were you doing for the last 5 years? So therefore, I think if the Congress is on the mission suicidal, I don't think the alliance with DMK is true, because you see, Praveen Chakravarti controls Rahul Gandhi's mind. Priya, just to conclude, he is heading the All India Professional Congress that was earlier headed by Mr.
Shashi Tharoor.
Shashi Tharoor. He is also heading the the Congress's data analytical wing. So he comes with surveys saying that look, Stalin is 20% down. He is not winning, so we are losing the loser side. Let's do something spectacular. And this is something that Rahul Gandhi, he has a great fascination for this disastrous recipe.
Data.
Watch my words. I hope I'm wrong. But the past
Disaster
doesn't-
recipe. Rasheed is really on a roll. Okay, Shekhar, what do you make of this disaster recipe? Because I thought after Bihar, the Congress will feel on a back foot because they didn't deliver. They bargained hard for the seats, but they couldn't deliver. So, given that, as you also said, one thought the DMK won't give them that many seats. Suddenly, Rahul is he listening too much to his advisors? And as we said, they're all Delhi advisors, not really rooted advisors. Shekhar.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Within the Congress in Tamil Nadu, I have been speaking to a number of leaders. There is a level of frustration, which is that there are few leaders, handful of leaders. They manage to have get whatever they want, and they don't bother about the party. So you find, like, for instance, when P. Chidambaram said, don't disturb this apple cart, immediately people said, Congress workers, they were saying, look, he is bothered about his next renomination to Rajya Sabha. His term will end in 2027. He is not bothered about the Congress. And similarly, Selva Perundugai, he has been having a good time. Most of the contracts with Corporation of Chennai, that is a municipal corporation, it is all handled by his people, mostly the sanitary contracts. So these people are having it good because of the proximity. But for a party as a whole, I will recall one episode. It was sometime in October 2023. Sonia Gandhi happened to visit Chennai and interact with Tamil Nadu Congress leaders. At that time, the Congress leaders themselves told her, this time, that is in this coming election, 2026, we should drive a harder bargain. We are ignored. The ministers don't visit our constituency. We don't get that kind of governmental attention because we are just treated as just add-on. So therefore, we need to work more. So that is a time when Sonia wanted to know from these leaders, but what is the ground level organizational activity you have been doing? And to her utter surprise, there was nothing much happening by the Congress organization in Tamil Nadu. That's the time when she came here. At that time, K. Sadagari was the TNCC chief. She told Rahul Gandhi and Kharge and others, look, we have to get things going there. So there has been a feeling that this, in Tamil Nadu particularly, Congress leaders are concerned about themselves, not the party. And if we continue to play this, play the second fiddle, finally there will be no one left. At least let us get, because, of course, as everybody has been saying here, Congress will not take such a drastic action to cut off relation. But at the same time, new irritants have come. For instance, this film, Parashakti, which apparently, it relates to a period when the start of the anti agitation, and their characters are shown as it is about the Congress of that period. So this has upset many Congress leaders. What is this? We are heading for election, and DMK is backing this film because it is very closely produced by people very close to the DMK first family. Why? I mean, they are bringing a film which is attacking the center. See, if you had problems with BJP on the question of Hindi, then it should have been on them, but it is on us. So what the DMK ministers are saying, no, this film is about a Congress which is different from the present Congress, so you need not bother. So, these are irritants are there. They feel neglected. They feel unheard. I mean, this is the reality. And Rahul Gandhi cannot ignore this. Forget what Praveen Chakravarti is saying or Manikam Thakur is saying or whatever is the worth that some panelists may think of them in Tamil Nadu. That's a different thing. But when he gives here to these problems, they keep saying, look, we are seen as if we are powerless.
Correct. In fact, that's the question. What does the DMK think of the Congress also, Mr. Vijayasanakar? Do they want to continue with the Congress?
Senior minister. No, they had a very good see. Stalin and
Rahul.
Rahul, they address each other as brothers. Brothers, it was such a. So I don't think. See, the thing is, Congress is a party of army of generals. It's an army of generals, actually. They don't see. You cannot strengthen the party just by winning some 5 or more seats, even ministries. They are not seen on the ground. If you just walk on the streets or if we go travel across Tamil Nadu, Congress exists only in flags and party offices. So just by bargaining with another party or joining Vijay, you are not going to strengthen the party. You are nowhere here. I mean, Rahul Gandhi, that Padayatra was a big success. He did that. Tamil Nadu leaders don't get out of their offices. They are seen only at the time of Independence Day celebrations or Republic Day celebration. They don't do anything to do grassroots level. They are absent. DMK has already ruled out any idea of coalition because Senior Minister Priya Sahgal declared so recently because they are not going to lose anything. DMK is very confident of winning the election because we'll come back to that anti-incumbency factor. There is no anti-incumbency. Even Sumanth has pointed out there is no major anti-incumbency factor because the schemes are working very well. Women are very happy. Free bus ride in the morning. All very, very downtrodden section, construction workers, vegetable vendors, fish sellers, they're all very happy. Then students are getting 1,000 rupees a month. Boy, and education, they are doing wonderful things. Recently, they had a function. Some schemes, one girl from Madurai, she's an auto driver's son. She's studying Japanese. She speaks in Japanese language.
Wow.
Beautiful things are happening. And I heard that and free bus ride. Entitlement money 1,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. In my opinion, I think they're going to increase the that entitle. They don't call it dole; they call it entitlement money. உரிமை தொகை.
Thanks.
So that, and recently there was a major factor which is working against DMK till recently. Government employees were very unhappy because of this. They wanted the old pension scheme. DMK promised it, but it didn't do it. They were about to go on a big strike, but they came up with another. Stalin appointed a committee, and they come up with a new pension scheme. At least for the time being, they're taken care of. Government employees, a major segment, which has already always been with the Dravidian party, especially with DMK. And see, the other side, you should see there is not going to be any sweep, even as Sumanth says, even Vijay comes. Vijay, we don't even know what he is and how much organizational weak. And ADMK front, it's in a disarray completely. Within ADMK, anomaly is working against Nainar Nagendra. It's seen everywhere people are seeing. See, you can't go with videos. Social media videos are clearly this side or that side. Then what's happening? What's happening? Dinakaran might come. What about OPS, Sasikala? They have a strong, some southern Tamil Nadu, Mukalathur votes are very important. It's a major community. So it's not very clear. Edeppadi is unwilling to take them inside, despite Amit Shah's pressure. And what about PMK? PMK son and father are fighting, and son is making allegation which opposition parties had to make. He says speed up the CBI inquiry because he was accused of there is CBI case against him for giving illegal RMCH, some hospital in Bareilly or some Madhya Pradesh hospital. The case is still hanging. The sword is still hanging. So ADMK, BJP success is there are many swords hanging over many heads in Tamil Nadu, including ADMK. So that's how they are operating. So that and
Nicely put, huh?
PMK and DMDK, it's said to we don't know where they are because they are unhappy as of now because so opposition alliances in a disarray. It's some 45-50 days are to go, and even Vijay comes in. I think it will make it a bit more difficult for the DMK to win. As of now, DMK is sitting pretty. That's my opinion.
Okay, I think you and Sumanth agree on this one this time around on the DMK.
No, I don't. I don't.
You don't?
No, we don't agree at all. We don't agree.
We don't
Okay, let
agree.
Sumanth say.
Vijay, we cannot agree
Okay,
because
let Sumanth
sweep
speak.
theory is
Let
complete.
Very, very simple, Priya. Yes, at the moment there may not be a wave, but there is anti-incumbency. Last time, after 10 years being in power, AIADMK lost the election by 3%. Right? Now we can say that the AIADMK has weakened. There is a 5 to 6% gap between the two sides. Max. And that's assuming that there is no anti-incumbency. Let's get it very clear. Vijay, even in the worst of surveys, even in internal surveys carried out by other opposition parties, people who don't like Vijay, is polling close to 10%. The worst I'm talking. There are surveys which give him 16% and 15% and 17%. But let's take the worst case scenario is that Vijay polls 10%. The Gen Z is completely sold on him, right? If even half that vote gets transferred to the AIDMK combined, should he sign up, it is not less than 160 to 170 seats. You can write it down. Take my word for it. Where
Okay.
this election becomes a contest is if Vijay contests alone, then it becomes tricky. There, every vote will count. You could again have a much closer contest than you had in 2021. But the bottom line remains, if Vijay signs up, he doesn't need to sign up with the NDA. Again, I'm repeating, he has, like Chirag Paswan, he will put up candidates against the BJP. The BJP is his ideological enemy. But this election is about getting the DMK out of power. Everyone needs to make compromises. Vijay, for your kind information, Vijay does not have 234 candidates, right? So that's a different
Okay.
issue. He has, at the most, the AIDMK is willing to offer 40 plus seats to a man and a party that has not contested a panchayat election so far, right? 40 seats, that's more than they're willing to give the BJP, a national party. That's more than
Okay.
they're willing to give the PMK, which has got a solid 4% vote share. So let's be very clear. If Vijay signs up, for all practical purposes, it's only a question of what is going to be the size of the majority that that alliance will get.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.